in the previous episode, Ben Reilly was hired by Kat Hardy to find Flint, who had disappeared without a trace. Meanwhile, Silvermane began searching for the mastermind behind the problems threatening his organization. Ben's investigation also uncovered a mysterious connection between Flint Addison and Tombstone. Now Ben faces a new challenge after Silvermane asks him to find the traitor who leaked his illegal alcohol business to the police. At the same time, Robbie Robertson continues searching for Tombstone in an effort to uncover the secrets of the superpowered individuals who have started appearing across New York. Without wasting any time, Ben begins following the new leads provided by Silvermane. The next day, Janet returns to work as Ben's secretary after feeling safer knowing that Silvermane has become a wanted fugitive. Elsewhere, Robbie reveals that he plans to track down Tombstone because Vera still refuses to reveal who paid Addison to kill Silvermane. Not long after, Ben is surprised when Silvermane and his men arrive at his office. Silvermane then speaks with Ben privately. He suspects that someone within his organization betrayed him, allowing the police to expose his illegal alcohol operation. As a result, Silvermane hires Ben to find the traitor. He even suggests that Ben start by investigating the police officers who led the raid. After Silvermane leaves, Ben discovers that all of the mobsters' money carries a special dot marking. Shortly afterward, he also learns that Silvermane's alcohol operation has been running under the orders of Mayor Alfred. Meanwhile, Robbie visits the slum where Tombstone lives. There, he witnesses police officers forcing residents out because the settlement has been declared illegal. The situation quickly escalates when Tombstone fights back using his superhuman strength. Flint, who is also at the scene, joins him in confronting the police. Seeing what happened, Robbie secretly takes photos of both men to use as an exclusive news story. Sometime later, Robbie meets Walters, the editor of the Daily Bugle newspaper. It turns out that Robbie used to be a staff reporter there before he was fired and became a freelance journalist. Walters always buys Robbie's photos and stories about Tombstone and Flint. According to Robbie, stories about those two superpowered men are guaranteed to attract the attention of the people of New York. Meanwhile, Ben visits Kat Hardy's apartment. He becomes even more convinced that Kat is actually nothing more than Carmine Falcone's fake wife. While discussing Silvermane, Kat admits that she works for the mobster because she has no choice. Ben then explains that he still has not been able to find Flint, despite gathering several important clues. After returning to the office, Ben hears a new report from Janet. He discovers that Addison, Flint, and Tombstone were once prisoners of war in the same camp. Not long afterward, Robbie asks Ben to speak with him in private. He reveals that Tombstone's real name is Lonnie Lincoln. Based on what happened in the slum, Robbie believes New York could be in danger if Flint and Lonnie, both of whom possess superhuman abilities, decide to work together. After that, Ben meets with Vera and reveals that Kat is the traitor Silvermane has been searching for. Vera agrees to keep the secret and leave town. However, in exchange, she demands that Ben pay her $1,000. Sometime later, Ben meets Silvermane at the luxurious hotel where the mob boss is staying. To protect Kat, Ben deliberately hides the fact that she is the traitor Silvermane is looking for. That night, Ben puts on the spider costume and sneaks into Silvermane's room. Using his extraordinary senses, he successfully opens the mobster's safe and takes the $1,000 needed to pay Vera. However, just as he is about to leave, Ben makes a small mistake that nearly exposes his presence. At the same time, Kat is shocked when Flint finally returns to see her. It turns out the two have been secretly involved in a relationship. Kat immediately urges Flint to run away with her so they can escape Silvermane's threat. However, the plan falls apart when Flint's body suddenly transforms into sand beyond his control. Afraid that he might endanger Kat, Flint chooses to leave on his own. Not long afterward, Ben gives Vera the $1,000 they agreed upon. Thanks to information from his informants, Ben is also able to track down Kat as she prepares to leave the city. Through his investigation, Ben eventually learns that Kat knew Addison through Flint. He also concludes that Kat once paid Addison to burn down Silvermane's house as part of an assassination attempt. Even more surprisingly, Kat turns out to be the person who first exposed Silvermane's alcohol business to the authorities. Before Ben can do anything else, Winston suddenly appears and arrests both Ben and Kat. He accuses them of conspiring against Silvermane. Winston then takes them to meet Silvermane. It turns out that Vera has also been captured, allowing Silvermane's men to discover the location of Ben and Kat's meeting. Despite the dangerous situation, Ben continues trying to protect Kat from Silvermane's wrath. Using Vera and the money he stole from the mobster's safe, Ben sets up a clever trap. The trap successfully convinces Silvermane that Winston is the traitor he has been searching for. As a result, Winston is immediately executed by Silvermane, until the very last moment of his life. Winston continues insisting that Ben framed him.